Hey guys, it's your boy MajesticDev, back again with another Roblox Studio video. This video is not going to be like my normal devlogs, but I thought it would be fun to make anyways. So we're going to be looking at some of my old games, which I started making just over a year ago. So, let's start. Okay, so this was my first game that I tried making, and it was meant to be based off of those Find the Object games. I remember there was a game called Find the Crayon, and I really liked that game, so I tried remaking it with like these hand things. Whenever you walk into one, you collect one, and the aim of the game was just to collect every hand. But
oh brother, this guy stinks!
I got bored because I just ran into a bunch of errors. So I quit the game very quickly, but it was still quite fun to make. I think there's a secret hand in here. Well, that game took me, I don't know, about 2 days to make. I even did a data store. It was all followed by a tutorial. But anyways, on to the next game. Oh, never mind guys, never mind. That was not my first game. I have a few other games before that. Oh my god. This game was my first game. And I made it with a bunch of friends. And it has like 20 different viruses in it. It has a bunch of free models. But it was still quite fun to make, and if you ever want to make your own game, doing something like this with some friends could be a good start. Like, it's not a game, you can play this right now, but it was still fun to make. Alright, next game. Alright, so the second actual game I tried making was a game just called Fighting Game. The game is spelled differently because I was really funny. But basically ignore this. This was also me making a game with my friends who tried to make a bunch of animations. If you can just see them here. I think this was meant to be a headbutt. This was a kick. I don't know what this is. I think I made this. Yeah. If we just play it, it has a ton of errors. I remember this was also me following a tutorial. Let's see if it even works. Oh. And there's a massive wedge falling from the sky, that's nice. Okay, well, the game's quite buggy. You could say I've improved a bit since I made this. Oh, it's got a dash. Okay. Well, anyways, let's move on to the next game. Okay, so for my next game, I actually tried doing the same thing again. I think I just copied the same game. See if I can... Okay, so this one does damage. At least it does something, unlike the other one. Okay, so for this one, I even added UI. So there's... I think there was 3 moves, but one of them I just didn't add UI for. I remember there was a headbutt that just instant killed you if you hit it, but it was really tiny. So, let's look at it. I remember it did do knockback, but I guess it's just not knockbacking the dummies. But there are 2 moves in this game. And I think it uses a magnitude, so it just detects how far away the dummies are from you, and then if they're close to you, they will just do damage. Which is not the greatest hitbox method, but you know, it was early fighting game. Okay, so here was the first game I tried to make on my own, and at this point I had around maybe a month and a half of experience. And this game was called, it was originally called Bonkers Bricks, and I changed it to Brick Battlers, and then I changed it to Bonkers Battlegrounds. And basically, you'd have a bunch of weapons here, and you just equip one, and then you just start attacking people, I guess. I added a bunch of NPCs to the game, but I ended up quitting this game just because it took so long to even make anything because the scripting was so bad. But I remember this was like completely based off of Slap Battles, and I just tried to copy it and then add more stuff to it, but I just wasn't experienced enough. But here it is, there was a sword, all of it was modelled by me. This was, actually this wasn't, was it? No, this was also modelled by me. It was one of my first models I actually made. I added a join. I remember I did play this with my friends and it did kind of work. But you can equip stuff. There's a lot of errors apparently. If you click this button you get spawned in. Here's a hitbox for the weapon, because I didn't understand how to attach it to the humanoid root part. So it's just attached to the sword, so the hitbox isn't great. Because I didn't really know how to animate tools that well. But oh. Also these parts are all stolen. Although there's not really any problem with stealing particles if they're on the toolbox. The people making it just want you to use it, so there's no problem with actually using it. But anyways, that game took me around a month to make, and it was absolutely terrible. Okay, so my next game was, where is it? Okay, so the game I tried to make after that was a game called Mania, and this game, it was basically meant to be 3D Geometry Dash. At this time I played Geometry Dash almost every day, and you see here there's a bunch of orbs. I made a ton of them. Like if I remember this was like a teleport thing here. If I can select it.
2 hours later.
I remember this one, I would just like press a key and I would teleport to that part. It's quite the good testing tool, especially for an obby game. But I quit making this game because I just couldn't be bothered to make the obbies. I made all of the parts and all of like the mechanics and the orbs, but I just got bored of the game after a while. But all of the UI, all of the particles and the orbs were made by me. I didn't copy any scripts. This was like one of the first times I actually tried scripting on my own without using a tutorial. Which is good, you should try doing that more. I'm just trying to figure out which key it was to teleport. There we go. Okay. So we have the first orb, which is just a normal jump orb, like in Geometry Dash. You can just jump on it, like this. Now second orb was like a higher jump orb. And the third one was even higher. I was thinking of making a game mode of how many times you can jump on the red orb without falling, but obviously that would get very boring after a while. There's also just jump pads that automatically jump you. And then there's a bunch of special orbs. This is the random one, which just sends you in a random direction. And this one, it sends you in the opposite direction that you're facing. This one kills you. I'm not going to touch this one for obvious reasons. And this one sends you in the direction that you're facing. and then this one stops you. It like slams you to the ground, and then this one will send you in the direction it's pointing at. And then we have a conveyor, damage block, and kill block. Then we have some speed portals as well. This is normal speed, this is ×2, and this is ×3. I spent like 2 days trying to figure out how to make it so it doesn't stack, like your speed doesn't stack on it. But after a while I figured it out. If you want a tutorial on how to make any of these, obviously I'll make one, just comment it. Okay, so this game, at this point I was playing a game called Doodle World, and I really wanted to make it like an RPG sort of game. A lot of the UI is inspired off of it, as you can see by the top. But this game, I wish I finished it, because it could have been so good if I just play it now. I remember I made some UI. I think the reason I quit it was because I changed one of the UI and I just really hated it. So I just quit the game completely. But yeah, this was what I changed. It used to be really good. And I don't know why I did, but I just changed it. Can't remember what that does. But if you talk over to this dummy, this was the first dialogue system I made. Want fight. If you prick no, he'll be sad. If you say yes, then you'll go into this battle phase. But I never actually made the combat because I just never got onto it, and I quit before I could. So I think lack of UI creation was why I quit that game. I just wasn't good enough at making UI. But anyways, next game. So after this game, I tried to make a tower defense game, and there's this one YouTuber called GnomeCode, and he has an entire series, so if you want to make your own, just follow his series. But this was a point where I realised that you could click on device to view how the UI would look when you're actually playing the game. Because when you're in studio, that isn't how it's going to look. That's just because your screen is squashing everything together. But anyways, if we just play the game. Oh. Well, there's 4 characters. I think the game's broken, so I can't actually show you what's happening, what you can do, but just know that there was a game that did work at one point, but I guess now it's just broken completely. I might try and remake a tower defense for a video in like an hour or something, if you guys would like that. Alright, next game I guess, because that one's broken, that's sad. Well, because that was one of my first actual not terrible games, but I guess it's completely broken. So after this, I tried to remake Battle Cats, and I think you can see, this was actually not that long ago. This was like minimum 5 months ago that I made this. So I don't really have the excuse that I was bad at coding or anything. So whatever happens here happens, but here you can just, so the enemies come from here. All you do is you just spawn in your own, then they'll attack each other. It's not even made that badly, but I don't know, I just quit the game because I couldn't be bothered to finish it. A lot of these games was just lack of motivation, which is why I quit them, which is kind of sad, but also this level is impossible because you can't actually get enough units in time to kill them. Anyways, I'm just gonna let myself die. Yeah, and your base will go grey when you die. It'll say you lose in the bottom. Well, let's go on to the next game. Okay, so the next game I made, I started to get into Roblox fighting games again, so I made this. This was November, so that's quite recent as well. Okay. I remember I did make an AI for this, so I will show myself trying to beat the AI. But I also found out that you can use assets, like VFX. I didn't know that games used parts for VFX. I thought it was just all particles, but it's not all particles. You can use explosions and just different parts. I know ABA uses a lot of these. Yeah, and they're all pretty high quality. I know a lot of games that use these, to be honest. But anyway, so let's just show me absolutely wrecking my AI. Okay, there it is. Also, this was, at this point, I was really obsessed with custom characters. So I was going to make it so you could collect armors and clothing to boost your stats. And like you would have like a character select system. But, you know, that's just really complicated. It's really hard, so I've done it recently, but at this point I wasn't experienced enough. So I quit the game. But here's me fighting an aggro AI. Oh. They're really good at parrying. Also, if anyone's asked me to make parries in a game that I'm making recently, and I've said no, this is the exact reason why, so just don't take it personally. But here you can just block break. God, they parry everything. I think I made their parry buff so they have more frames that they can parry. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, these just wrecking me. You can do combos as well. Come on guys, if I win this fight you'd have to subscribe. Wait, oh no, wait. Even if I lose, just subscribe anyway, so, because I'll be very sad if you don't. Bro, just die! There we go, okay. Easy. Actually no, I think I can bring this up back. This is easy. Easy game. Oh, no! All my days are hacker. He's hacking, guys. Spam L in the comments. Spam L aggro dummy. Fats aggro dummy L. Anyway, this AI isn't the greatest because it's kind of cheating. Because it doesn't follow the normal rules that players do. But yeah, that's going to be my excuse for why I lost, because it's hacker. I can't jump. That's great. Incredible game. Alright, well let's go on to the next one. So the next game I tried to make was... Oh yeah, this was it? Wait, let me just see what this game is. I don't even remember. Oh! Okay, so this game is meant to be a completely UI based game. If you guys want me to release this, because there's no errors I don't think, then just... Oh, okay, there we go. It's just like reaction time pretty much. And then if you mess up, you'll just get like a slowdown. I think there was a game called Stair Tapper or something that inspired me to make this. I used to be really good at that game. I was like 10th place on the leaderboard at one point, but oh, look at the speed. Look at that. Yeah. Problem is you can't really go too fast on this, because if you do, you'll just die. Yeah. I tried to speed up and I instantly died. Oh my days. I remember this game was like relatively easy to code actually. I did this without any tutorials. There we go, 40 seconds. If you guys want me to release this game, you have to leave and rejoin, but it's still quite fun. Okay, Dreamwind, I can't even remember what this is. I made a thumbnail, so it must have been something important. Let's look at the animations. Epic majestic animation skills. Let's look. Oh, I've made none. Never mind. But what is? I've got some IDs. Walk. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, so I tried to make a 2D platformer. Yeah. Although it's kind of broken. Huh? Okay, that's not meant to happen. Wait, let me just... Oh yeah, also, new Roblox UI looking snazzy. I just said snazzy, oh my lord. Well, I like it. Good job, Roblox. Okay. Do you think that is intentional? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't really remember this game too well, but I'm pretty sure this was meant to be a 2D platformer. Well, anyways. Next was Brawl Fest. So, this game, with this game, around the time I made it, I had started watching this thing called Competitive Tag. I was really inspired by this. So I made a game where basically, if you touch someone, if you like hit someone, they die. So it's basically a fighting game, but everyone has 1 health. Oh yeah, this was the first time when I tried making admin commands. So I made commands to spawn in a dummy. Dummy, normal. There we go. Okay. So now if I hit this guy, so also if you are walking just normally, your character will follow the direction that you're walking in. But then if you stop moving, you'll follow the camera like in shift lock, which I think is quite cool. And if you attack, you also go out. But look, so each dummy has 2 health, so one M1 will do... M1s don't one-shot, but every other move does one-shot. I remember this game was also inspired, whilst I was making it, by a game called Footsies, which was quite similar. Okay, let's just go attack. There we go. So this one, if I get hit once, half of my health goes, and then... yeah, and then I can hit him. There we go. That's the entire game. This took me around, I don't know, 3 days, 4 days? Ooh, okay. So around this time, there was a football game that came out on Roblox. That was based off of Blue Lock. And I played that game, like, not a lot, but I played it a lot. What? No. Huh? No, I played it a bit with my friends and stuff, but I didn't play it that much. So you can dribble the ball. Oh yeah, it goes in the direction that you're moving in. So if you just walk this way or go this way, so you can kind of skill people up. And if you don't move, then you'll stop the ball. You can just dribble the ball. The ball barely moves, so I don't know. I should have increased the force, but whatever. Bear in mind, these games are made, like, from now on, most of the games were made quite recently, like 4 months ago or something. But anyways, once you've done dribbling, once you're near the goal, you can shoot. Wow! And you can shoot upwards as well, so you can do something like this. And then you can just shoot up. And then you can go, just score. Also, there's a dash for some reason, and you used to be able to carry the ball, but I removed it because it was a bit broken. Now, if you dash with the ball, you can make the ball travel with you, but it was a bit unfair, so I removed it. Next game. So this game, I tried making battle packs before. That was called like Battle Noobs or something. This one was Super Noobs. It was based off of a game called Super Auto Pets. And there was this other game, which I saw on YouTube a bunch, which was like a mix of Pokemon and Super Auto Pets, and it was really cool. I really liked it. You have Jamal. I can't remember how this works. Oh right, yes. So if I press E, they'll start fighting, but that's the entire game. Now this game, I don't even know what this game is, so I'm just gonna see what it is. Ooh! What the fuck? Oh yes, I do remember this game. Okay. So, when I made this game, I was watching Elden Ring videos on YouTube, and there are some YouTubers who put Elden Ring bosses against each other. They just make each other fight, and it's really fun to watch. So I tried to make a game where there's just like, I don't know, you have your own noob, and then you just make your noob fight other people's noobs. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire game. It's not too interesting. Hey guys, Editing Majestic here. Okay, so this video is getting kinda long, but thank you for getting through the entire video anyways. I'm gonna make this into a 2-part series, so stay tuned for the next episode. Get me to 5k so I can release Knife Fight. If you're curious about what Knife Fight is, then click on the card in the top right. Alright, join the Discord, you know all that good stuff. Subscribe. Please just subscribe. Genuinely, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, and you've gotten to the end, 20 minutes, subscribe, please. Oh my lord. Okay. Alright guys, goodbye.